Hello, we are Sky and Michaela. Welcome to the International Women's Month episode. And in honor of this month, we wanted to dedicate this episode to highlighting the amazing women who are making waves in the music industry. Joining us today is Mimi, who is currently running the social media for our podcast.
Hello,
Yay!
everybody.
Woo!
So, thank you all for being here today. And for us, it's very important to acknowledge the challenges that women face in the music industry. And it's also very important to mention that according to a report by the USC in 2020, women made up only 21.6% of artists, 12.6% of songwriters, and 2.6% of producers in the music industry. These numbers are slightly increased from 2019, but there is still a long way to go.
It is also important to recognize that there have been some positive changes for women in the music industry in the last decade or two, with more women breaking through and making names for themselves as artists, producers, and songwriters. However, as the statistics show, there is still a significant gender gap in the industry.
Women have been speaking out more about the challenges they face, including discrimination and harassment. And there are now more initiatives and organizations aimed at supporting women in music. Overall, while there has been progress, there is still work to be done to achieve gender equality in the music industry.
So now let's start by talking about some of the barriers that women in the industry have historically faced and any progress that has been made in recent years.
I got a good one. I'm just kidding.
Go for it.
I think the most important one personally, and I think for everybody too, I'm gonna say, it's being like the underpay of the industry. I mean, like, there are so many women who are trying to reach their goals, their dreams of becoming something in the music industry. And because of this factor, they're not able to like progress. We have maybe households we might not been raised with money or anything like that for us to just like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go into the music industry, that's it. No, like we have so many things to face, and then the fact that you also have to worry about getting paid right in the industry. I don't know, that's really 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 like something that I wish I could get. I don't know, like has to be very, how do you say that word?
Changed.
Yes, yes.
Has to be
There.
changed.
Changed. There you go.
Okay, so if you guys heard the number, like the percentage of producers that are women out there, it's very, very low. And I think that's something scary when you go into a career like this. When I was studying music for the industry and music production, some classes I was the only woman in it. So there would be 10 guys and then it was just me.
Girl, same.
So in other classes there were only like maybe another girl. When the career started, maybe was at the most I think we were four, but out of those four, like two finished the career, and most of the time it was men. So all my professors were guys, and we had to do a certain amount of hours like to be able to graduate, like practice hours, go to studios and everything. I saw during classes that the guys were getting invited to some of the professors' studios and they were planning things. But the girls, we were never invited for anything.
No way.
I don't know if the guys are too scared of having women in their studios just working alone because a lot of things have happened.
Especially like right now. And that could be if it was just you and you had said something had happened. I mean, I'm not saying that like
Yeah,
They'll be like, what,
yeah,
what?
right. Because if somebody would have falsely accused them of
yeah.
something,
No, and I get it. Like for me, it's also like scary to be
to be
the
the
only
only
woman
woman
there.
there,
Yeah. Or go to a studio just with
that's
guys.
terrifying.
So, but it was like, like, no, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I was like the number one student in my class. And the guys were always the one like getting invited to recording or projects or so that's kind of
Yeah.
like it kind of makes you sad, like it kind of makes you feel like you're not good enough because it's mostly men in the industry
So
and
true.
there's not a lot of women or recognized women that are out there. And I feel like if it comes to hiring a man or a woman, they would go for a man for some reason. So I feel like that's
That is
really
so true.
challenging.
Yeah. Well, hopefully our women run podcast will help other women to, I don't know, pursue their what they want in the industry. Hopefully we can affect somebody's life.
Yeah. I mean, it's
As long as we affect one,
oh
we're
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like yeah, definitely. If we change even a singular person life, like one women's life, or we inspire someone to go there and like get in the music industry and all that, I think we're doing a great job.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
a little bit off topic, but growing up in terms of like role models, I never really had too many like big women role models. I was always, as you know, a young girl, I was always like, I want to be the first woman president. And there are no role models for that. So I was kind of always like, I'm just gonna just do what I have to do. And I think I just kind of always realized that there aren't enough role models out there for young girls. So you kind of have to be your own role model in a sense, if that does that make any sense? Being your own role
Perfect
model, but like
sense.
kind of inventing your own role model.
Yeah.
That is so true. That is so true. I mean, I was basically raised in like mostly men household. So I never, the only woman figure was my mom, of course. But,
Mhm.
it's like, I wish I had more woman engagement in my whole, life because it's like so much value. Like you understand where you come from, you know your value in wherever you are, but both industry and not industry related, just like in
As a
all life,
person.
exactly, as a person. So definitely, yeah.
There's also just this like understanding between women that we have all faced this discrimination. We have all gone through it and we get it. Like my sister is 16 and she's starting to realize what it means to be a young woman in the world. And I hate that she has to go through that. And it's different with my dad and my mom because my mom was a young woman.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
gets it
Hmm.
more so than any man could. Not that they don't try and they're not all super, and I mean, not all men are super supportive, but there are men out there that are super supportive and they try, but they don't get it because they're not a woman.
Yeah.
So true. Very true.
I think from a man's perspective, I don't think they see the things the way we see it. And they just think that we're trying to put ourselves down, or that we're just trying to, create a gender gap that is not there. But when you look at numbers and when you look at studies and when you look at all these things, it's shown that we're like a minority and we have less opportunities in some of these careers. And it sucks.
It does. I
does.
mean, it's the point where like they start like saying, "Oh, you're so dramatic. Oh, this." Or they start getting the emotional part of it on it. Like, come on, bro. You see it.
Yeah, in high school, several times when I would be angry about something, I'd have a guy friend be like, "Are you on your period?"
Oh my goodness.
I mean, like sometimes I was, sometimes I wasn't, but what does it matter? I can be angry.
It's so true.
I am allowed to be
Very,
angry and have my emotions.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure.
for sure.
Girls can be crazy and they can be mean and we can be a lot of things, okay? But we understand each other.
So true.
Yeah.
I could totally relate to that right now. Like I'm in college and my class right now, there's only two of us out of like there's like 16 and only two of us who are women. I'm like, unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unbelievable. We're gonna make a change. We're
Yeah.
gonna make a change.
Yes, we are. All women are.
Okay, so now that we talk about a little bit of like the downside and kind of like the sad part of this, I say that let's like focus a little bit on highlighting some of the amazing women who are currently making an impact in the music industry. So, who are some women that you admire in the industry, and what do you think makes them stand out?
I'm gonna say Lizzo, because she's a Black woman in the industry, going through it, but also she is going against all beauty standards. Like this woman is my idol when it comes to that. I struggle, with insecurities and this and that, the typical stuff. But seeing her, perform, and her confidence when doing it is just it gives you motivation. It gives you reason to like, okay, if she can do it, why can't I? Why can't I also be there? And the way she's very supportive with, her fans and everybody around her, and the way she's like literally smashes these people that bully her on the internet and everything. I just love that about her. How she stands out, like she stands for herself. She's there, and she don't, and also for her fans. So I like that part about
Yeah,
her.
she's amazing.
Definitely.
And also, she's so good at the flute. Like, that's crazy.
Right?
She's so talented.
My girl, how can you dance and play the flute? Like, props to you. For real.
That's one of those like random facts of like when I saw her episode of like an interview or something, and that she was like, yeah, I used to like play the flute on like a band or something, and then she started getting all these like flutes out. I was just like, oh, like it's for real. I thought it was a joke.
To be honest, she's amazing. I
But
love
yeah,
her.
she's really good. Yeah. Okay, Michaela, do you have like anyone right now?
I don't know. There are so many women that have done amazing things. I don't know. My favorites, like women artists, would probably be like, I don't know, like Pink and Lady Gaga, just because, and also Adele. Adele really made a difference, like being a mom in the industry. Because I mean, it's more common now for them to talk about it, but they didn't
Mhm.
talk about it. It was one of those things, like you're a singer, and then on the, like, that's your side, and then like you're also a mother, but she's both, and
That
she's
is true.
proud of it.
It's really hard. It's like,
Yeah.
I imagine what she has to go through every day to also, do her mom duties and do her.
Yes. That's another thing that doesn't get talked about, is what it means for a woman to, be a mother as well as work in the industry. Also, but like in terms of like being a mom in any job is not easy. But being a touring artist and a mom, I can't imagine. Like not Beyonce, Rihanna's probably gonna have to take, I don't know, what her plan is when she gives birth. Is she gonna take time off to be there for the child? Like that, I can't imagine having to make that decision.
So true.
Yeah.
And then everybody's gonna judge her. No matter which decision she does, it's going to be judged. But all she
Of
wants to do
course.
is do the best for her
Of
child.
course.
Oh yeah. Just like what happened with the Super Bowl thing. Everyone
Yes.
was like, "Oh, that was so boring," or "She didn't move enough," or "What was up?" Like, what were you expecting? She's pregnant. I thought the show was really
It was
good.
amazing.
It was spectacular.
Amazing.
She was amazing.
Yeah. So why are you complaining about her not checking her booty a little bit more, or having these
They
random
all
things
wanted
that
her to do
don't
a full
matter?
split in the in the performance. Like,
Like, no, a pregnant woman is not going to do that unless it's okayed by her doctors.
it wasn't okay.
Because she didn't do it, I'm assuming,
Yeah.
those things.
Yeah.
Also, it's probably just
Right.
doesn't feel great.
Yeah, well, I was just gonna say that I don't think it's very comfortable to be doing certain things when you have
To be honest,
a
and I give
baby
her
in your
props. Like
belly.
the height that she was at, I mean, I would have been scared out of my mind.
I wouldn't be able to do that regularly,
Imagine.
but imagine doing that pregnant.
Oh no. Hell no. Yeah, no, I get that. I'm gonna say that someone who's been an maybe an inspiration for me and maybe a little bit controversial lately.
Ooh.
But I have to name Selena Gomez.
Mm-hmm.
I think especially because I grew up literally with her, like from like Barney to Disney to her music careers, all
Mm-hmm.
these things.
Ooh,
And Demi
yeah.
Lovato too.
Oh yeah, Demi Lovato too.
Definitely.
So they both like play different roles in my life. But Selena, so Demi has always been like a great singer, and she has always had like, an amazing voice and doesn't have issues with that. But Selena has always been criticized by not having this like amazing voice, or like her range might not be as big as like Adele's or Demi's or any other one. But she has worked hard for the things she had put out there, she's working hard to get
Recognition.
yeah, and she has been working hard to have her own name without needing someone on her side. And with all those comments of people saying like, "Hey, you suck at singing," or "You're not the best singer," or "You should stop singing," like that is mentally hard. That's difficult for someone. And for her to keep going and keep writing and keep doing things, that's, I don't know, that's like a big inspiration for me. Also, because she's obviously outside of the music industry, she has done a lot more things. So for me, that's just talent and discipline and dedication for what
For
she wants
sure.
to
I
do.
mean, apart from, having that and her job and everything, and also suffering from a disease, it's like, dude,
Mm.
you haven't gotten the recognition you deserve, because not everybody can sing, not everybody can act, not everybody can get a cooking show, all while literally you're suffering from something that it's chronic, you have no control of it, and
Mhm.
And people are
exactly.
going to judge you for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing. There have been a lot of important women in the music industry, and we just want to mention a few here. Thanks to them, we are able to be where we are now. And this is a short list of all the, there's so many women we could have chose from. We just chose a few.
Mhm.
So Aretha Franklin, she's known as the Queen of Soul, and she is one of the best-selling music artists of all time.
Beyonce, one of the most successful and influential musicians of our time. She's won numerous awards and accolades.
Joni Mitchell, a Canadian singer songwriter known for her poetic lyrics and innovative guitar tunings.
Taylor Swift, one of the best-selling music artists of all time. She has won multiple Grammy Awards and is known for her songwriting.
Lady Gaga, a singer, songwriter, and actress who's won numerous awards for her music and performances.
Madonna, a pop icon and singer-songwriter who has been influential in shaping the pop music landscape over the last several decades.
Stevie Nicks, a singer-songwriter and member of the band Fleetwood Mac. She is known for her distinctive voice.
Rihanna, a Barbadian singer, actress, and entrepreneur. She has won multiple Grammy Awards and is known for her unique style and music.
So it is also important to recognize and name some women in the industry working as producers and engineers. We have Sylvia Massey, an American music producer, engineer, and mixer known for her work with artists such as Prince, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and Johnny Cash. She has been nominated for multiple Grammy Awards.
Linda Perry, an American singer-songwriter, producer, and musician, known for her work with artists such as Christina Aguilera, Pink, Gwen Stefani. She has been nominated for multiple Grammy Awards.
Emily Lazar, an American mastering engineer known for her work with artists such as Beck, Sia, and Haim. She has won multiple Grammy Awards and was the first woman to win a Grammy in the Best Engineered Album non-classical category.
Maria Elisa Agerbe, a Colombian-born music producer and mixer known for her work with Latin artists such as Juanes, Shakira, and Ricky Martin. She has been nominated for multiple Latin Grammy Awards, and she has won several of them.
Susan Rogers, an American record producer, engineer, and mixer, known for her work with Prince in the 1980s. She has also worked with artists such as David Byrne, Bare Naked Ladies, and Tricky.
It's great to hear about the different perspectives and experiences of women in the industry. Let's now talk about what can be done to further support women in music. What are some initiatives or strategies that you have seen or implemented that can help women succeed in the industry? I wish I had one that I implemented.
I mean, we can say that we created a podcast led by women, and we're trying to reach out to a lot of women in the industry to bring them here. I don't know. I feel like that's something.
Right? Very well said, though.
Yes.
That is something. I mean, that's a start to something greater. As long as you start like a path to something that you want to create, because an example could be you could start a podcast, but you never know where this podcast could get you to. So
fingers crossed it gets us somewhere.
always.
But I don't know. I don't think people see the work it takes to like start something, start a project, organize it, and try to like keep doing it even when you don't see the greatest results on the first week. Because that's what happens. Like you want to see.
You want it to just like skyrocket. Everyone wants their like their
5
fame
million
right away.
Yeah, you-
views.
Yeah.
Number
Yeah,
one
you just
podcast.
want it to like yeah, you just want it to blow out.
You
And
have to
that's
start
not
from
how it
nothing.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like that's a lot of like discipline that you have to just keep going and like work harder and reach out to more people. Like we have said before, like the worst case scenario is that they say no.
Yeah.
Literally.
They're lost.
They don't understand the potential.
Yeah.
So definitely it's something, I think.
I think the important part of it is just having fun, like Michaela said, being your authentic self, also having fun in the process and making sure that, you understand your audience and who you want to get to in that term. So I think it all just once you like have the basics of it and then you just start building the foundation of it.
Yeah, definitely.
I think sometimes it's hard as a woman to be authentic because everybody judges you for being authentic. So I feel like for a lot of women going into the industry, you have to have very thick skin and you have to have a part of you that is an act almost. Because if you show everything about yourself, you're going to be judged. Well, you're going to be judged regardless.
Yeah. I was just gonna say that,
True.
like, regardless, it doesn't matter what we do, like judging us. And I feel like maybe like Miley Cyrus have been like when she released Wrecking Ball and the whole Bangers
Album.
album. Yeah. Everyone was like, attention, she's getting naked for attention, she's using less clothes for attention. That's the only way she can get views on her videos. I remember seeing
Yeah.
that. Oh, okay, I'm sorry that guys are allowed to have like naked women on their videos and stuff like that, and that's not for views.
Literally.
But if a woman does it, then
It's this double standard.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I remember it happening. I'm like, oh, I know exactly what is going on. She doesn't want anyone to identify her as the Disney girl. So in order to do that, she had to do the whole 360 on who she was in the public eye. And then you can slowly undo that over time and actually be yourself.
Yeah.
But to get away from Disney, she had to like drop that bombshell and kind of destroy a little bit of her image.
Yeah.
Because
it's like a marketing strategy.
I mean, how else can you differentiate yourself from Disney?
Yeah.
To
I
be
feel like
honest.
a lot of people that got out of Disney just had to do those things. Like either change a lot their lyrics or stop making music for some time or, create these videos or stuff like that that were more maybe a little bit more sexual and stuff like that.
More
Or
explicit.
explicit, yeah. Because they were like,
they didn't
hey,
have a choice, really.
yeah.
They had to differentiate themselves. Oh, have you guys heard of what JoJo Siwa, what she's doing now with the young girls?
Yeah, she has like a dance studio.
She has a little band
Oh,
or
yeah.
yeah, she has their I just saw it earlier on Instagram that they put out their new album. It is here. I'm gonna look them up because I don't know their ages, but they're young girls.
I think I've seen them like on TikTok or something, or
Yeah, they're called XOMG Pop.
okay. So she like basically trained them and like
Yeah, but it is these young girls. And she did a reality show around it, which I wasn't like super pleased about, but it's these young girls and she's making them into pop stars.
I mean that's a great
Oh, wow.
opportunity for these like young girls to have someone to look up to.
Yeah.
A foot in the door as well.
Like yeah. And it's just like they're so cute too.
You can see
Like
that
they're so young.
yeah, they're very young.
And it's also going to be amazing for other young girls to see that it's possible.
Yeah.
That is very true. I think the number one thing that we all women in the industry have to do is also form a community, not belittle each other, not put anybody down, just also, I understand you, I would also be part of you, and if I'm here to help you, then, by all means, if you have For example, JoJo, she had the capability of doing this. She has fans, she has the fame to start something like that, and people getting on, on track with it. So definitely taking advantage of what you have in that terms, and using it for the good, and especially for the community for the woman community. It's a really great way of showing I care about you, and I
Yeah.
see you in the industry.
She got so much hate when she came out because people are like, you're pushing that on your young fans. Because, I mean, her fan base, yes, it is very young, but she wasn't. She was just saying, this is who I am.
Yeah.
You can't push that on anybody.
No. I mean,
And also, it's showing young girls it's okay to be yourself.
yeah. I think it's just
And
difficult to be on the spotlight, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be difficult for them to be like.
I think it's harder when your audience is like her audience, which is such young girls.
Mhm.
And she's growing up, and it seems like she's almost making this group to take her place, which there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's really a cool way to kind of move on to adulthood.
Yeah.
Literally slowly transition.
Right, because as we've seen with other Disney stars, or that she's Nick, but same idea. You have to destroy your image.
Yeah. So before we wrap up, I would like for us to give a piece of advice for everyone out there waiting to work in the music industry, and especially women who are intimidated by it and don't know where to start.
Believe in yourself and your abilities. Don't let anyone make you feel like you don't belong or that you're not good enough. Trust in your talent and work hard to develop your skills. And sometimes as a woman, I found that I've had to, up my skill level 3 or 4 times that of the guy I'm, running against. And that just means that I have worked that much harder than him to get where I am. And you need to believe in yourself that you can do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Build a strong network. Networking is key in the music industry. So make connections with other professionals in the field. Attend to industry events. Join music organizations, and reach out to people who you admire and want to work with. And I think this point can be difficult because sometimes people seem so out of reach that we don't know how to connect. But you can start from the bottom. Even if it's not someone who's known, you never know when you're going to be able to work with that person, or that person is going to be able to give you a job, or you're going to give that person a job. So have an agenda, have a document or of names of emails of people that potentially you could work with.
Seek out mentors. Look for mentors who can offer guidance and support as you navigate your career. Seek out women who have achieved success in the industry and ask for their advice. There is never a stupid question. You can always ask the amount of questions that you want, and never think that nobody. I mean, yes, there are some few that are like, okay, I don't want to help you, but just like, I feel like there are never nobody that doesn't want to help you, especially in this industry. Like, they understand, they were also in your shoes. They also went through the same process you're going through, and they learned from it. So never think that nobody is willing to help you, because they are.
Be persistent. The music industry can be tough and competitive, so don't give up if you face setbacks. Keep working hard, learning, and improving your craft. And remember, just keep going, because there will be somebody who will notice your talent and just recognize who you are is amazing. You just need to find the right place for you.
Amen. Be open to different opportunities. Don't limit yourself to just one aspect of the industry. Be open to working in different roles, such as management, music publishing, or marketing. This can help you gain broader understanding of the industry and open up more opportunities.
Educate yourself. Keep up with the latest trends, technologies, and industry developments. attend workshops, seminars, and conferences to learn more about the business side of the music industry. I think that many people are like, oh, I don't use social media, I don't like social media, and are in the industry. I've met a few. It's okay. You don't have to be fully in the social media world, but just enough for you to gain something out of it from what you want to learn. For example, I'm not a very huge fan of social media, but I learned that, if I were to get opportunities, just like Sky said, I need to, get out there and just start looking for groups or things. I mean, this is how I
Facebook is
saw you guys.
very helpful for that.
Saw this podcast, so very helpful. So yeah, definitely. If you don't like the social media, I understand it, but just use it as business. Use it as this is my work.
Speak out. If you experience discrimination or harassment, speak out and seek support from colleagues and organizations that can help. Your voice can help create positive change for women in the industry. Thank you all so much for joining us today to talk about women in the music industry. It's important to continue these conversations and support each other as women in the industry. Happy International Women's Month. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at STO Lives Podcast.